Okay. This video shouldn't take as long as it has, but okay, too many interruptions. That's okay. You know what? It's life. It's the way it goes. So we're gonna go roll with it, and we're gonna have a Mama Chia. This is cherry lime, and I love these. They have a coconut mango and a mixed berry and a blackberry one, and it's chia seeds and let's see what else. Purified water, lime juice, lemon juice, organic flavors, cherry juice, vegetable juice, something else. No caffeine. Anyway, it's really, really good. Really fibrous. Can you see the chia seeds in there? No, I guess you can't. Well, I don't know if you can, but there's chia seeds like crazy in here, just filled. I mean, like packed. It's got a real, it's like drinking bubbles, but flavors. Very good. Okay. Before I turn the camera back on, I just peeled off the outside of the paper, the last paper that I put on. So now what we have is our book where we open this way, this way, this way, and that way. So I'm trying to decide if I want to keep this or if I want to cover it. I may want to cover it. I may go ahead and cover this and this. I just can't decide. This is going to go in here. Gratitude is fun for the soul. I didn't know they had those in there. Never read the cap. Okay. As much as I like this showing, I think I'm going to cover it. And I think I'm going to cover it with this. The rest of this and this, because I love these together. I think it's really pretty and colorful. I want you to see the chia seeds. Can you see them over the... Better be careful doing that, huh? I really like this with this. When I see this over here, that makes me really happy. All this here. I love this together. It's just beautiful. So we're going to go over here. I'm all confused the way this is turned. We're going to cover this because I have this over here. And I have enough to do that, so that's good. I may have enough to do this too. We'll see. But this is already ripped here from the other side, so I'm going to bring it out as close to the edge as I can, leaving as much tape exposed. And trying to decide if I want to bring, I do want to fold it because it folds. I really like this too though. So maybe I could go to, this has to be peeled up because it has to go on top of that. We need to salvage that. It needs to be seen. That goes over here for putting on later. Now the stamps I don't really worry about keeping, but I really want that washi tape that's covered. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it. without losing part of it. If I lose part of it, that's okay, because we'll still have this part, which matches the other one. If I can salvage the stamps, I will use them in something. Okay, got that off. And I'll just leave that there for now and see what happens. Oops. I knew that was going to happen. It's too soon to put that down. Probably have to store wax paper on top of that. There it is. Okay. I could be right there. I'm not getting too far over. We'll just start putting it down, see what happens. Brush, brush, brush. Where's my brush? There it is. Okay. This down right here. took Bailey out while I was downstairs. Hanky came to visit and got his second snack for the day. And for those of you who don't know, Hanky is the dog that lives next to me. He comes down, gets a snack. When I take the dogs out, he knows he's going to get a snack if he comes over. So I either have one in my pocket or he runs in when I bring the dogs in and he waits and gets a snack. And then he goes back outside, goes on his merry way. I may cut that down, I don't know. Alright, let's cut that off. I'm not going to rip it, I'm just going to cut it before we Mod Podge the other side. Now that I'm into this, I kind of wish I would have done the whole book with these two and then come back in with the other ones, but I just wasn't thinking about that when I did it. I still kind of like it. I mean, I still do like it. It's not kind of, I still do like it this way, so it's not a problem. But now, in hindsight, I just think I would have maybe done that instead. And this is... it's folding in incorrectly. I need to fold it back some. This almost feels like duct tape after you put Mod Podge on it. This type of paper, this tissue paper or wrapping paper, whichever it is. This is bothering me. I may have to get rid of that. We'll do it later. I'll think on it some more. This a coat. So I'm going to drying. Okay. This towel could stand up on its own, probably. It's so stiff. I'll do the other side, but this has to dry first, so we're going to do that, and then I will come back. Put this in my little plastic thing. I'll be right back. Okay, since I am covering this, and I hadn't intended it, I might could fold this different. Instead of leaving it like this, I might just go ahead and do that. Then you can see this, and this will be covered with this here and over here and back here. Then you open it and you'll see it again. Then will be this, and I haven't decided what to do here yet, but that may be what I do. Or I turn it around Like that. Except this will be upside down. So we're going to stay with this. Okay, let's go ahead and put this over here. Now we have a little strip that we can use here. And we have this strip for here, once we rip the sides. Or do we want to go with this one? Kind of like that. This doesn't quite reach. It doesn't quite reach. So what I'll probably do is rip this. Rip this off here. And we'll cover that side with the ripped part, like that. Then we'll bring this one not sure. I just don't know if I want to rip this or not. Maybe not. That, and then I might do this. Okay, there's that. That's what we'll do. Okay. First, start up here, right there. You'll be able to see happy through it. I like that. Shouldn't have brought it too close. Okay. It's getting later in the day, so I'm more quiet, I know. Like I said, I've had 2 phone calls. I'm thinking about the phone calls, and it's getting later, so I'm getting more, just chilled, tired, you know. It's after 5. Good time to think about supper soon. I should be thinking about it now, but I just hate to think about cooking and food, and I don't like to cook. Y'all know that. Some of y'all don't. Some of you don't know it. If you're new, I don't like to cook. I do as little of it as possible. We do beans and avocado and salads and stuff like that. Easy stuff. Okay, there's that. And I think I want to bring this one back in over here. So let's tear off. I love the torn edges. Okay, I'll just put it on and then we'll tear off what we don't use. Am I even in frame? I hope so. I hope when I go to edit this, I'm not out of frame. I'll look up and see that I'm in frame, and then when I go to edit it, it'll be like slightly off, and I don't understand what I'm doing. Why it's doing that. Okay. Okie dokie. Now I'm going to dry this some and then cut it, and I'll come back and we'll go from there. Okay, I've got everything put on, and I think I'm going to fold the book this way now, because I like, instead of this way, I think I'm going to bring this over like this. So you've got your doodles, you've got this, and then when you open it, there's more of this, and then this, like this. And I've closed off the pocket that I had created back here when I added this on. I'm okay with that because I really didn't plan on using it anyway. What I'm trying to figure out now is, this is bothering me a lot. So we're going to figure out what to do with that. I think I want to cut this down to here. And then I want to add a strip of something in here. But the problem is, when I slide this in, it's probably going to stick. The Mod Podge will stick to it, and I might lose my ability to pull it out. So I have to be careful with whatever I do. I could leave it like this, but, you know, I guess I could. Let's see what it looks like. Alright. Here's your book. Open. Open. Flip up. You can pull it out. This folds in. I don't like that. Fold this back. Let's open this way. Okay, well that'll work. I just don't know what to do about this though. I don't know, but I'm going to cut it off. That may be a mistake, but I'm going to cut this straight across here. Like that. Okay. And I kind of like that. Little wings, I like that in a way. It's no good to me that way. They're really, why would you keep them? All right. So we've cut the sides off, little flaps off. So that makes it easier now for my card to slide in here. But that doesn't help with the fact that I've got that white space that I really don't want there. And I don't like this up here, so I need to fix that. It does fold right there. So maybe I could just stick that down here. Now, I think I'll just bring this in again and see if I can find a piece that works. That works. And tear the rest of it off. Probably going to wind up cutting it. I was going to put the jagged edge on this side so it kind of overlapped on this and tuck it down into here like that. The problem is going to be it's going to stick to the card. That's going to be a problem. Maybe after it dries a long, long time, and maybe I'll put some wax on it. Let me think a minute. Let's try some paint first. See if that works, and then if it doesn't work, we will cover it. Might use those, so we'll keep those handy. Alright, let me cover this. And let's find some paint that we like. Maybe the gold in here, or maybe the blue. Maybe this color. I don't know. The worst that could happen, what do I always say? The worst that could happen is what? You hate it? You have to start over? I kind of like that dark, so I want to bring in some dark too. Maybe some... I don't know. This is one of those that has the real big hole. I don't know why some of them are that way. Must be a assembly line malfunction or something. I better just start storing some of these upside down because they're getting low. That's too much. This is the first thing I've brought in of mine to use on this. And I'm doing it mainly because I really kind of want to stay away from Mod Podge right there, just because I know that the back of the card might have a tendency to stick even after it's been dried a while. And I could put wax. I have never used wax. Not yet. I need to on a few of my pages. I just haven't done it. And that's going to have to dry before I can set it back down. And that actually was enough paint. Oops. Let's see what a little of this looks like thrown in. Pretty. Just a little tiny, tiny, tiny dot. Alright, let's dry that real quick. I'm going to turn the camera off and I'll be right back. Hey guys, for a brief moment we're going to do a little bit of a voiceover. I lost some recording for this video. Really didn't lose it. I did it backwards. I was creating and somehow got the camera on off backwards because I stopped and started so many times and did some stuff that confused me. So when I wanted the camera on, it was really off. When I wanted the camera off, it was really on. So all the next stuff you're going to see is basically off-camera footage, and the on-camera footage is gone. So I just wanted to tell you briefly what I did and catch you up till we get back to the normal creating process. I took the iCAD that you see me working on, and I made 2 iCADs out of the extra paper. I just layered some paper on from the napkins and from the tissue paper, and I'm trimming off the excess. And I went over and I got a couple of punches, and I'm going to take the music tissue paper and I'm going to fold it up, and I'm going to make some flowers with the punches. And that's what you see me doing around right now. Punching through tissue paper is not that easy. I probably should have taken a layer of wax paper or another piece of like scrapbook paper and layered it in there on top, and it would have been easier to go through, but I didn't because, you know, I have no patience. I always do things that I shouldn't do because I have no patience. So, and I fast-forwarded this section, but when I fast-forwarded it, I couldn't do the voiceover very well because it wasn't corresponding with each other, so I took the fast-forward off. So I think what I'm going to do is, it's probably a couple of minutes long. I might just cut out some of the video. You don't need to see any more of this. So basically I'm just cutting flowers, and in a minute we'll come back and I'll explain what I'm doing next. So now what you see is I took the flowers I cut out and laid them out on my mat, and I brought out some of my distress inks, stains. And I'm testing on this scrap piece of tissue paper to see which color I like best for the flower, which color I want to use. So I go through all those bottles of colors and put a little test on there, and then I decide what I want to use, and then I go in and I color my flowers. So I'm going to cut that part out so you've seen enough of that, and I will be right back. Now I'm looking at the iCads, and you can tell by the way I'm sitting there that I'm just wondering what to do with them. I don't know about the flower colors. I didn't think I liked any of the colors, so I'm just debating on what to do next. If you listen close, I'm sitting on the couch next to Bailey, and she's snoring. She's so cute. Okay, I'm going to go and cut to the next part of the video so I can explain what I'm doing next. Here I'm picking out another color to try, and it is one of those, I think, neon yellows. And I'm going to put a little bit of a test sample on the scrap piece of paper to see if I like it. You can listen to Bailey snore while we test the paint. I really hate that I got the videoing backwards all this time. It was funny because when I got to that point in the editing, I noticed something was really strange, and so I went looking around for lost footage, thinking maybe all of the footage didn't get loaded onto the computer. And everything was there, and everything was numbered properly. And so then I finally realized, as I watched the pieces that didn't make sense, that didn't fit the puzzle, that I was turning the camera on and doing off-camera things, and then turning it off when I was doing on-camera things. I don't know how that happened. I don't have probably because I get so many interruptions. And there's been so much going on, and the event with Buster, and I don't know if you're at that point in the video or not. You'll get there eventually, if you haven't. I probably just wasn't thinking right. But I decided on the pink, and now you see me drying it. And the reason I left that in was because I paint my mat, and then I put my flower down with right side up, and finish painting, and then just dry and lift it up. And now I'm going to put all of these flowers on the iCad. And you can tell I'm not on camera because I'm just sort of throwing them on there and just piddling around. You know, I'm not really doing it in a way that I would do it if I was talking to you guys, because I'm just trying to figure out what to do. I do decide that I like these, and I figure out where I want them placed, and I Mod Podge them on, cut off the excess, and move on to the next step. I really love that you can hear Bailey. I hope you can hear her. She doesn't usually snore. Buster's always been the one that snored. He quit snoring, especially when he quit coming upstairs. You know, you didn't hear him snoring, but even when he was down here, he didn't snore very much anymore. And so now Bailey's picking up the torch and carrying on for him. I'm going to snore for us. You can see that I picked up the controller and turned the camera off, and I'm blow drying or heat drying the iCad. I would not do that on camera, so I've got it completely backwards. But I'm just drying the iCad and cutting off the little petals that stuck over the side that I didn't want anymore. Okay, we're about to go back into real-time recording now, so I'm going to stop talking. Hey guys, I'm back. It's the next day. It's the day after the last date I told you, whatever that was. Okay, it is the 19th, Thursday. So, let's mark our calendar. Here we go. Alrighty. Where we left off, the book, or the Happy Mail package, has been completed. It's going to fold like that. Open this way, this way, this way. I was working on some iCads. I let this dry some more to see if I wanted to use them, because I wanted to use more of the paper that was sent to me in the napkins. So far of this Happy Mail project, what I've used that belongs to me is glue, of course, and the index cards, and a little bit of paint. So far that's it. Oh, and a punch. So that's it. Everything else has been sent to me in this package. So I have evaluated these a little bit, and I like it. I like this okay. But I'm going to add something to it. I'm going to bring in my white pen, if I can find it easily enough without making too much of a racket and a ruckus. Actually, yep, there it is right there. I think that's the one I want. I hope. And I'm going to go around the flowers and see about bringing them out a little bit. It's a rainy day today. It's very dark and overcast. And this is going to be, just go around the basic shape of the flower. I'm not trying to be exactly on the line, because that would drive me crazy. I'm tired today. I went to bed late, and I got up early. I had things I had to do this morning, and I'm a little bit concerned about Buster, so that's weighing on my mind. But I thought maybe this would help take my mind off of it now that I've, you know, caught up a little bit with what I had to do this morning. I'm going to have to get another one of these pens. I don't think I have another one and I really like it. Or markers. It's actually a Sharpie marker, I think. It flows really nice. Sharpie poster paint, that's what it is. I'm liking the white added so far. The house is quiet. It's been quiet for a lot of time this morning, but I wasn't up here filming. But now that I'm filming, I bet you the phone's gonna ring, or there'll be noise starting soon. Betcha. That's what happened yesterday. I didn't film until after 2 o'clock. Turned the camera on and I got 2 phone calls. One while I was on the phone because I needed to take it. The other came in while I was on the phone with that call, so I did return the call, because if you don't return calls after so long, people start wondering about what's going on. I'm just not good about the phone. I'm terrible about the phone. I don't like to talk on the phone. Okay. So we've got some white outline going, and I like that. And I'm probably going to bring in a little bit more. I'm going to do a little swirly in the middle of the flower, just to add something opposite from this, so that this is not all you see. Okay, that's good. And let's do some dots. I like dots. I would go around the whole petal, but to save time, we're just going to go down the center. I think I need some frou-frou coffee or something. I'm feeling so sleepy. It's like, I think I could lay my head down on the table right now, and I think I could just close my eyes. I don't know if I could sleep, but I could just rest. But we haven't got time for that. We need to do this, because I want to get this done. I want to get this video up for you guys, because I didn't do one last week. Even though I did film, I just didn't put it up. Filming and not putting it up is the same as not filming to you guys, isn't it? Because if you don't see it, what's the point, right? Okay, so that's how that has turned out, and I really like that. So we may leave it. We may bring something else in. I don't know. We're going to let this dry for just a minute over here. I'm going to see if I want to do anything to this one. I don't know if I do. I may want to just leave it like this. I really like this one just the way it is. I'm used to having to go this way. Go this way. I like it just the way it is. So we'll leave that one alone for now. I think what I want to do is focus on actually finishing off this. Let's see what we do. Get that out of the way. I'll probably need it, but okay. We have these flowers, and I think I'm going to distress them just a little bit. I love these flowers. I love the colors. Pink with the book text, and pink with black and white and book text. Oh, it's just so pretty. It's kind of just here and there, because I'm trying to get a little bit of the pink and a little of the white. Somebody's company. Something about integration. Disintegrated. The company disintegrated or something. Alright. What's this one say? Asked him without our resignation. I know that I've talked about this before when I send out things with book text. It doesn't bother me what I get because I know what y'all are doing. But it bothers me if I send something out and I think that it might be something that is offensive or something. Because I think, well, what if they read it? And probably most of you don't. But look at me. I'm sitting here and I'm looking and I'm reading some of this. I think it's fun. And I don't care what it says. I know it's just an old book that you cut up. And something about a plane. Somebody has a plane company, I guess, and they're going to disintegrate it. Or, ooh, a whole bunch back here. His shots went wild. And Jeff wrestled with something, and nodded fist, and flung it out the window. And the grenade careened through the glass. I gotta know what happened. What happened? What happened? Something about targets and storm and Concorde's altitude reading. Oh my gosh, insidious fall. Somebody's gonna crash. Oh, that's it. That's it. That's all we got. Cathy, what happened? Okay, that's enough of that. I think I'm giddy because I'm so tired. Alright. We're never going to know what happened in this story. Okay, what do I want? Did I want them here? I think I kind of did. Did I remember right? Yesterday I showed you guys what I wanted. I know that I want this over here. But, these I think I'm going to use... Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to get some journaling pages to stick on there. And use some of my own little journaling spots. That's what I was going to do. Now what do I have that I could use? Maybe we should do that last. Okay. I was going to put this here. And I was going to put... I liked this together. I remember something like this. And... maybe I need this one back over here. I need 3. Maybe just 1. I think it was 1. That was what we were going to do. 1 there. And this was going to go here. And this was going to go like that. Wasn't it? Well, that depends on where the journaling spots go. We got to go get the journaling spots first to see where they're going to go before I know where I can put the flowers. Because I don't want to cover the flowers. So I'm going to take a break, go find the journaling spots, and we'll come back.